Hello, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and we're here today for the weeklies. We're starting out with fire, which we usually do, which include air, Leo, Sagittarius. And when I say air, I mean Aries. And it's September 1st to the 7th, 2019. And we're just going to hop on and start right away. And the first card I pulled was Focus. And having lived through the last, forever it feels like, length of time with the energy shifting in and out. Focus is a very important part of how we deal with life, how we're situated in the situation. Which, because with your focused, you're balanced, right? And balanced, that is the key word. So we're starting out. Hi, Alanta. It's always nice to see you. And hi, Polynesian princess. That was good. Reading. Okay, I'm going. And but being balanced or being focused is a very good way to keep ourselves energy in check. So the first card is a really great card, actually. It's the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is the mature form of joy and happiness. We've learned how to accept truth and joy and happiness. It's not going out and riding a roller coaster ride. That's a form of happiness, but this is a form of happiness that comes from within. So that's very powerful. What covers us is temperance, and temperance again is a powerful card. So for fire this week, this is a powerful week for you already. So the temperance that she, whether angel or God, is bringing new energy into earth. Yay, more energy, right? But it's tempered. It's a temperance, and it's coming in balance this week for you. But that which has not had the light for so long is thirsting for it. And because they're out of balance, that energy will still be a little out of balance. But at the same time, it's pushing back the dark, bringing rainbows into our lives. What's behind us? What brought us to this point? Well, Ten of Swords. And in this case, it's not a bad card. It's not, well, they're none of them bad, but it's not a card of negativity. This one is saying that all that which has been basically knifing us in the back is in the past. We're heading towards the sunshine. We're heading towards something new and brilliant. And again, the Queen of Wands. And I've been saying this for a while. I think this is the third week since I've been saying it. There has been a shift in the energy. There's a change. This is a cycle of changes coming out, which means that you, fire, are going to have more knowledge coming into you, more innate knowledge. It's not knowledge you've learned necessarily. It's knowledge that you just know. And you're going, well, you have to learn knowledge. No, you don't. Sometimes we remember from other lifetimes, from other origins. Some of us are very, very ancient souls. Well, I would expect that most of us are ancient souls. And we're just remembering what we forgot when we passed the veil to become, came in as babies. So we're just remembering that which is our truth. And what's right in front of us, Ace of Pentacles, again, that's new beginnings, but it's also abundance, and it's abundance in the physical sense. And because we live in a physical world, we need physical abundance as well. So there's a lot of energy. Expect to get largesse. I suspect this time of the year you're going to get, in the Northern Hemisphere, you're going to get largesse from other people's gardens a lot. If not, well, the veggies and stuff should be very, what's the word, plentiful in the stores and things. So I'm going to read the next two together, because the first card is Three of Swords, right? And that's a card of saying that things are not exactly going as well as they should be. But then you get the King of Wands that comes right after it. And so this is usually a business card, but in general, There's a glitch, a tiny glitch, but you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom that comes with having experienced all that we have experienced and lived through for the last little while. So this little glitch will be smoothed over easily if you choose to pay attention to your innate joy and happiness, because coming from a place of innate joy and happiness means you're coming from a place of knowledge. All right. And so for what defines the week basically is taking responsibility for yourself. And we're all doing that. This is generally a business card, but it's a card of taking monetary responsibility. So, but it's also a very positive card. So the chances are that this week you're going to find that that taking responsibility for your actions is going to make you powerful, enhance your self-image. And how are you going to do it? The Queen of Cups. You're going to use your intuition. And intuition is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful energies at our disposal to help us grow spiritually. All right. And it is a gift that it's not a gift, actually. It's who we are. If it was a gift, then it would be something slightly different. But it's who we are. It's what we are. So use your intuition, and this is the feminine form. It comes to you. You don't go looking for it, which is also, again, it's a just knowing. You just know. It's a more powerful form. And the next two cards are basically the same card. So I'm going to read them together. So Six of Wands is putting in the effort, being in the circle. You're doing well this week. This week, though the energy may be ups and downs, everything that comes your way, you have the knowledge, you have the ability, and you have the balance or focus to deal with it easily and swiftly. And the last card, or the one that I pulled with this is bringing in magic. There is no such thing as magic, by the way. It's just laws we haven't discovered yet. But the laws we haven't discovered yet appear to be magical to us. It's the ability to create. It's the ability to make things happen the way we want them, as long as we're very careful what we ask for. All right. So it is going to be a slightly smoother transition than last week, only because we have the ability to deal with it. And how are we going to deal with this week if we want it to go smoothly? Passionately, very, very passionately. Remain in focus and be passionate about what you love or feel. All right. And that is for our week for fire. And thank you very much, Maria. I appreciate that. And again, now we're open for questions.
So Elantra says, hey. The Polynesian princess says, hey, Elisha, so happy to see you on. Elantra Cook says, Sagittarius. Polynesian princess gives laughing faces. Maria Herrera says, hello. Gabby McMaster says, hi, Elisha, love these readings. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I enjoy doing it. Mostly because I know the cards so well, it's really simple for me to do it. I just get it. I just pick up a card and go, oh, I know what that means. But then I've been doing it for years.
Elantra Cook asks, how is Marquise feeling about me right now?
I'd say that boy is as confused as they get today. I'm not sure what you did or said or how you acted, but you have him in a tailspin, and I think that's a very good place for him because he's a tad cocky. and he can feel himself sliding towards you. Whether he'll stay in that position or figure things out and scramble up, I don't know, because there is a little bit of, oh my God, how do I deal with this energy in there? Or whether he'll just say, yeah, I kind of like this, because there's a little bit of that energy too, which doesn't give you an answer. I apologize. But the feeling, I think the feeling is that he realized he was playing with fire, and he was not the one, he was not as smart about it as he thought, yeah, as he thought he was going to be, and he's starting to fall for you. That is what I feel. Okay.
Sorry. Malapella says hi and asks if Gemini and her will be together soon.
Okay, a good week so far. He actually appears to want to be. And again, there's that sense of confusion, a little bit of, I'm not quite sure how to work this out, how it should be. Uh, it's like he's sitting there scratching his head, and he's going, well, if I do this, then then I'm giving all my power away. If I do it this way, then I'm not actually giving of myself. And he doesn't really know how to reach out. Again, drop the hanky somehow or other, however you do that nowadays. And I never did a drop the hanky in my life, so I am like as subtle as a bull in a china shop, as my mother used to say. So that one you're going to have to ask somebody else for drop the hanky, but he needs a bit of a push.
Next.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Polynesian Princess asks, do you think it's over between me and Cameron? I feel like he's deceiving me, or maybe I'm just in my head.
The energy is not yet finished. I wish I could say yes, definitely it was over, because he is not. I think he's playing games with you a little bit. Reach out, gets scared, pulls back, reaches out, gets scared, pulls back. And he's done this a long time now. Well, in my estimation, it's a long time. He should have squared his shoulders up by now and come forward. If he's that afraid, there might it might be that it is time to move on. And I would, on a personal level, as a grandmother, I would say, move on, find something better. As soon as you find something better, you'll be there like a dirty shirt. I can almost guarantee it. The energy is not, it's not finished between you. That's the best I can answer you right now.
Gabby McMaster asks, can you tell me how you see mine and Patrick's future together?
I can tell you how Patrick feels, how he would like it to be. And this is a really strange image. I apologize if it's out to left field. It's like he wants to take you in his arms and square dance. He wants to, and that would mean that he wants the old style of relationship. He wants you to grow old together, because who square dances? Old people, right? There might be a few young people, but you don't really see them around. And usually they're middle-aged couples. So he wants an old-timey wimey kind of relationship. And timey-wimey is Doctor Who. So what I feel is he's not 100% sure you're willing to give him that style of commitment. So if you are talking to him, talk it over and find out what he wants or what you want, whether it's simpatico. It's very important that you both want the same thing, because old-time relationship is you come home from work, you feed him, you say yes to a lot of things. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's also not necessarily an equality. The old time marriages are good, but things have shifted and changed. So and because he wants that old time relationship, he may be willing to negotiate as long as it's in his estimation forever. Okay.
Elantra Cook says thank you and LOL. So true. Excuse me. Pelesian Princess adds, I really enjoy you coming live. It makes my day a bit better, and you and your daughter have such warm energy. You should see us at home.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't.
Eyes Like Star says, hello. Should I change any of my passwords? Is there anyone invading my privacy?
So the first answer I got was a huge, big, no. Let me answer that. Ask again. There's not a necessity, is what I'm getting, but I would, if you have any questions whatsoever, change your passwords. And I know it throws me off guard all the time. I just learn a really good password and I have to start all over again. You don't have to, they're saying, but I don't trust that, honestly. I would recommend that the important things you shift and change. Just 1 second. You're a tech witch. Has she been compromised on her computer so that if she changes her password gets changed?
Like somebody else will
get the same information?
No. I mean, there is a possibility that that's happened, but that's a lot of work.
So the likelihood is no.
No.
And like so somebody might be trying to mess with her, but it's more like they're trying to mess with her mind rather than reality.
Yeah. Because a malware program that takes information off the keyboard, that's a costly program.
Okay, so the likelihood is you're okay. Change your bank information.
And at least the password for it.
Yeah, and exactly.
If you're worried about being hacked, don't open emails from people you don't know, or don't press on links of questionable websites.
Ours is perfectly fine, by the way.
That you get on in emails, especially if you get like a no, thank you feeling.
Well, the other day I got an email from YouTube. They said they were going to close me down. And I of course, the first thing I do is hand it to my daughter. She looks at it and says, scam. I haven't heard anything for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but no respective company is going to ask you for your password. Not
your password, or whether you're, what was the word, that you own anything. Yeah. And so we just passed that information on to YouTube. YouTube never got back to us, so we're assuming it's just a scam.
So,
We're still up and running.
yeah. So just
be very, very aware that there's a lot of scam orders out there.
And if need be, copy and paste any links and Google it for more information.
Yeah, that's an ideal way to do it. Oh, I do that when my daughter's not around. I Google everything.
Or she calls me.
Or I say, Al, come and do this. All right. Next one.
So Malapala says thank you, Elisha and Elle. Polynesian Princess says thank you. Lightning Spark 100 asks if they what's in the near future for their friend Zoraida.
It's a pretty name.
Yeah, I'm probably butchering the hell out of it.
Well, let's try.
It's like Zoraida.
Okay.
Put together. It's an unusual.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I know you'll do it.
Well, she is in for up and down energy for a bit. If she's like you and has done a little bit of work, it will be easier. If this is her first adventure into growing spiritually, it's going to hurt like hay. More than anything, I'm feeling that the fear she's feeling for the future is causing her more problems than the actual future will. So tell her that the fear is the hardest thing to deal with. If you face it head on, things will improve, will be much easier. And this is something I've done, tried and true for years. I've tried to hide from the future. It hurts. Facing it square on, that fear is behind me, and it was nothing. The fear was so much more than the reality. For a question like that, if it's very important, I would recommend. Well, I do a one question written, but you write like this. I'm going to answer every question in there at the same time for $30. I like doing written because it gives me. I can see clearly. I have other readers who do the same thing, and it's worth it. Yes, I am out here trying to sell myself, but I'm really not good at it. But I recommend if there's a problem there that's a little bigger than she thinks she can face, it's worth finding out. All right.
Gabby McMaster says, thank you so much. Eyes like stars adds, yay, LOL, thank you. Okay. Lori Dotson says, hello, ladies.
Hi,
then
Lori.
She asks, you look beautiful today. Why do I feel so heavy? I'm so lonely.
Because you have a whole bunch of attachments all over you. And message me, Elisha Keating, on Messenger.
On Facebook.
On Facebook Messenger.
I don't believe Lori Dotson has a Facebook.
Okay, Skype.
Yeah, Skype.
If you have Skype, or you can message me here afterwards, and I will answer you. But I have to have permission to do a clearing. I don't have to, but I'm not going to put karma on myself. So give me permission, and I will do a clearing. But I would like you have to come back every week for 3 weeks or 2 more weeks after this, so that because I won't remember, but it should be done 3 times.
Yeah. Lori Dotson says yes.
Okay. Still need to message me and remind me, because I won't remember. I promise you, I won't remember. I never remember. I have every intention, but I don't.
I will try and remind you after we're done. The Polynesian princess says, your daughter has a very similar style to mine. She reminds me of the late 90s, early 2000s. Haha, I saw her YouTube page. I have like one video on YouTube because my mind was being blown by like how short time actually is.
Oh, she's really, she's a pain in the butt, but she's really smart.
But yeah, no, it just like blew my mind and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I had to share it with somebody.
Well, I didn't even know about this.
My YouTube page gets no views, so.
That's hilarious. But it's quite, yeah. She thinks about a lot of weird things, let me tell you.
I mean, have you not met my mother?
I'm not weird. Anyhow, we should.
There's one last question.
Okay, then we're done.
And then we're done for the moment.
Yeah, we're going back for one more today, possibly two, but more likely two tomorrow.
Yeah.
And two tomorrow, we also have at 1:00 Pacific time, we have written reading on Wisdom Seekers Facebook page. This lady is mind blowing, and I think she's mind blowing. And I helped teach her, so I do think she's mind-blowing. She's worth coming to.
She's reading auras? Or
no, she's
colors?
Just going to do written.
No, I know, but
she is
in auras?
Yeah, she's an aura reader.
Excuse me. All right, so our last question is Megan McCarthy. She says, hello.
I love the name Megan McCarthy, by the way.
Right? It's a beautiful name.
I'm rather into names, if you can't tell.
Hello, lovely. Is someone special coming in regarding love before the end of the year?
You're a little bit, if you want love to come in, you might want to be a little bit less. Yeah, but he's got eyebrows that are pointy. His ears are a little off whack. You might want to be to get to know the soul first, and it's good to be picky, but it's also good to get to know people, because some of the funniest people or the nicest people come in strange packages. As a general rule, what you want to look for is somebody who is on the same spiritual, physical, and emotional level you are. And I do think being picky is ideal. There's a lot of us who are not picky enough. And I don't mean to be rude or nasty or anything, but you're throwing away chances that are actually could be fun. They might not be the one, but sometimes it takes practices, dates, and things to bring the energy in for the one. Let me ask again, having shifted the energy a bit. You've got a good sense of humor, thank God. So having shifted the energy just a tiny bit, I do see light. I don't see a guy, but I see a shift in energy, and that will bring what you're looking for. Ask me next week.
She says, thank you. And I see, that makes sense. We have other comments. Christina Tor says, hello, Elisha. I hope you are doing fine. Thank you for the reading. Namaste.
Namaste. I guess, are we done?
With questions, yeah. The Polynesian princess is just like, the rings and the necklaces with the painted nails. Haha, I don't know. It just reminds me of me for some reason.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, you two probably get along like a house of fire.
Okay. So we're done.
Oh, we're done then. We're done. Okay, so we will be on in the next couple of hours. Can't promise time exactly when.
We're never on time. No,
Yeah, we're
don't
never
expect
on
us
time.
to be.
Unless we've got a specific time, we just don't make it. Namaste, namasko.
Bye.
Thank you all so very much.